Hello everybody, welcome back to Yakko Capital. We'll be taking a look at BSV dollar again and where BTC is going and what that might mean for BSV currently. Looking at BSV USD, there's a channel formed right here. And if you can see it, you can basically trade within this. So recently, I think a day ago, I sold up here. So somewhere up here, I sold like just a few. Hopefully to get down here and buy some more in. As BTC right now, it's shooting up. So it's gonna make a new all-time high, and the market is focused on BTC right now. Even though BSV is the real original Bitcoin protocol, the market's delusional. Speculators, everyone, they're like, even I saw this interview, and these guys, their stories, they don't make sense. There's no logic behind it. They say there's no proof, there's no stuff. They're just making fun of Craig the whole interview. If you do watch this, when they're talking, they begin by making sense, but as they keep talking and their premise as to why he's wrong, there's logical fallacy. And so you'll listen, you're like, okay, and then you're like, wait, what? No, that doesn't make sense. And they just there's just a lot of logical fallacy in everything they're saying. It just doesn't add up. There's something missing. Right? So the market, and people are watching this, like, I know this has a few views, but he's got 55,000 subscribers. And then you have people like Crypto Boy and whatnot. These guys are all pumping BTC, and they have like millions of followers, like crazy amount of subscribers. Another thing I want to talk about is about Tether. So Tether here goes and talks about putting the past behind us so we can move forward and focus on the future. Full statement available here. And you click on that, this comes up. And statement on Tether's settlement with the CFTC. Following years of investigation and access to extensive information about the companies and their operations, the CFTC has concluded its review. And it goes here. It says, found no issues relating to Tether's current operations. In fact, the order related to certain disclosures about the reserves from more than 2.5 years ago, as the order recognizes these issues were fully resolved when the terms of the services were updated in February 2019. So it's just about the reserves. And so that Tether's ready to print. Tether's going to go off. They're going to let it rip. They're going to let it rip on the ERC20s, TRC20s, and just other ones. It's just going to blow up, and they're letting it happen. The government's letting it happen. If we go to USDT dominance, all right, so the dominance is there. This news just came out today, right? They haven't been printing since September. Okay. And this has been down in May, right? So September is over here, so that's when it dropped. But before that, they weren't printing. Let's see. They were printing along all this. Okay, here's May. They printed all this. They went from 19 billion. Okay, let's do December 20, January 2021. 20 billion to 62 billion. All right. BTC USD. There's December. and it did all that. So it went from 17 and you're hitting 60. Like it's just gonna and now it's making it's gonna make a new all-time high. So be very careful. Same with Ethereum. They're gonna pump these markets. ADA is gonna go back up. XRP is gonna go up, even though I have the settlement. XRP is gonna go up. The only one that's not gonna go up, possibly, is BSV USD. And for sure, BSV BTC is taking a beating. Okay? It's going to take a hard beating. So, game on. I mean, Tether can print, do whatever it wants to do. Look at this. And the CFTC order makes no finding of a violation after December 2018. Regarding Bitfinex related to the timing and implementation of the US ban on US customers. Like, unbelievable. So with Craig and his court, he's got to deliver. He's got to. This is bad. If all your investments in BSV, this is gonna hurt. Maybe not lose money, but it's gonna sting in terms of waiting a little longer, right? They're gonna print the hell out of this. Anyways, guys, plan accordingly. Be safe, and they're chilling out here right now. Who knows where they're going to go? They're going to start printing and make this bull run last. And the ETF is coming out too. The Bitcoin ETF is coming out. It was just granted today, NASDAQ. So expect that to pump BTC too, BTC USD. And it sucks because it's not even the real thing. Like, damn. But it is what it is, right? When you try to go for the truth, it always takes longer to come out. So let's get this trial on the road and let's see what happens, because BSV needs a win. Or it's going to take a long time for enterprises to jump on. It's either the court case goes well and the judge is okay with everything and votes in BSV's favor. That'll speed things up. It'll still be an uphill battle because the money pouring in, the fake money pouring in, is going to be from USDT. And they can just mint and short BSV. And then you have, for BSV, is real retail money. So what we have to do on BSV is start making our own USDB or whatever. Bitcoin. And pump that into the market. And leverage that so that, because if now there's a precedent, so with CFTC, with USDT. I mean, if they find no problems with the operations, then I don't see why we can't do it for BSV USD. So everyone's on that right now. Everyone's on BTC USD until court case comes along. And it seems like this is going to push up. So as it's pushing up, it's going to take most of the market's money, right? And the BSV community is not going to be able to push this BSV USD up any higher. There's only so much the community can do. We do need outside investments, and there's enterprises that are coming in, and there's a lot of startups that are happening on BSV, but those guys don't bring in money. They're kind of trying to generate money, right? So there's a lot going on BSV right now, but a lot of them are startups and they need money instead of them generating money. So we'll see this price around here somewhere. Maybe a week or two, I think. BTC is going to go maybe 75, 80. 75, 80, and then as it starts, but for now I think it's going to reach to the top and then bounce a little bit. So it'll probably reach the top, bounce a little bit, break out maybe, and then as it starts going back down. And this might go into November, right? This might happen in October, and then November, starting the court case, we'll probably see. They're probably trying to push the price of BTC up before the court case. before the trials happen between Craig and Clayman. So we might see BTC push one last time before the trial begins, and everything just because it's really risky for them, right? If the trial comes out and news comes out and the judge is going in favor of Craig, then news is going to come out and everyone's going to start spreading the news, and then it's going to catch on fire and it's going to be everywhere, right? So that's what I think is going to happen. Probably get up here for BTC, and then we'll wait, we'll probably see this come down a bit, and then as November hits, we're gonna start getting more volume. I think volume right now is pretty low. Okay, so we're gonna be getting this kind of volume probably when trials start. All right. If you are trading BSV BTC, and you're trading it on TDXP, they have a margin call at 80%. So if you bought at the previous breakout, as you shouldn't do, but some people do, they buy at the previous breakout over here, and you're looking at a margin call. If BSV is 0.001576 of BTC. If BSV stays at 172.46 and you have BTC BSV, if let's say you bought up here at the high, BSV BTC, and BTC can be nearing this. So let's say BSV stays at 170 and you bought BSV BTC at 0.0078, and you're thinking, where is it going to go? Am I going to get closed margin call? You're in the red for now, right? So 170, and that means you divide it by this, and it'll give you how high BTC can go before your positions close out. So divided by 0.00157. Okay, we'll leave the 6 out, rounding above just the benefit of the doubt. So BTC can go up to 108, 280, 108,000. While BSV stays at 172 for your position to stay open. Okay. Now, if BSV goes down, BSV USD goes down to 150, right? Let's say it comes down to 150, right? Down here, this area here. So then we would have 150. So let's so then we would have 150 for BSV, and your close is at 157. So you divide 0.0157, then you can have BTC at 95,000. Okay, so let's do that, divided by 0.57, 95,000. All right, let's say you buy BSV BTC right now. Okay, it's at 0.028,383, so we put that there, and you're thinking BSV will stay at 170, and we'll see how far we can go, right? At 80 is close, negative 80 is close, so you have to be at 0.0006 basically. Okay, So doing the math there, it would be 170 staying for BSV USD, and you buy BSV BTC, and then you thinking of what your margin is, margin call, it'd be up 0.0006, then BTC can go to 283,000. Okay. All I'm doing is I'm just showing you the risk to reward. And the funny part is that you might think that's a big risk, 80%, and dropping that low and BTC going so high up. But the reward, once it turns around for the court, just to get up to the previous high over there, you're looking at 18x, right? For a possible how far BTC goes. So you can play around with these numbers. Let's say we're using Fibonacci and it's going to go to 0.001178. Let's assume that BTC goes to 90,000 and BSV goes to 150. Where would our risk be in here, right? So you do 150 divided by 90,000. We would be at 0017. So 0017, we're looking at nowhere near that close, right? We're looking at negative 40%, negative 38%. Okay. Scenario number 2 is BTC goes to 90,000 and BSV goes down to like 120. So you do 120 divided by 90,000. You're looking at about 0.0013. Again, 0.0013. You see? It's not that bad because we're so low into the decimal places. It's not that bad. Like there's a diminishing return in terms of how much BTC can gain over BSV, right? Let's say if BTC goes to 90,000 and our 70% is at 0.000835. 833, whatever. BSV can go down to 75. Okay. So BTC goes to 90,000. BSV drops from 173 to 74. And you still wouldn't have a margin call. So just a little bit of calculating our risk for the reward, right? So the numbers that we put here, if we put them up here, then you're looking at about 10xing, who knows? It's just a huge number. All right. Anyway, so you can check out this interview, see how false their research is and their ideas are, logical fallacy. We're just in a channel here, so not much to do. I guess you can buy and sell here in fractions. So if you have a storage of 1,000 BSV or 100 BSV, you play around with 5 BSV or 10 BSV. So you have 90 saved away, and then you come up here, you sell 10, come down here, you buy 10 or 11, whatever you make, come up here, you sell 10, buy 10, play around. If it makes a new channel, if it does go up, then you let's say you sold here, okay, and it goes up, then you don't buy up there, then you wait till it comes down here, then you buy back in. So it's basically break even. You sold here, then you went up, then you bought back down here, and then it makes a new channel, okay, then you start doing the same thing here as it goes around, okay. So keep the big bags aside, trade with a small bag, and don't rush, because if it goes up, then your 90 BSV is making a ton of money and you're only missing out on 10, but you can always get in on that 10 because everything moves up and down, right? Like, look how many times it touches back base, even here. So don't worry about it. Stick to the game plan. Anyways, that's it for today. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. You can find me on Twitter. So Jacob Yako 2. And I post up a lot here. And there you go. So I follow people from different sides, just so that I know what's going on. I'm in the loop. I always follow different people. I don't want to only see one thing. I want to see multiple things. So anyways, have a good one. I'll catch you guys later.